Monday Night Raw, 19th of June 2023, guys. This is the greatest wrestling show known to man. Or is it? I don't know what the best show is these days. Some people would say NXT. We would probably say NXT, but if you look at the main roster stuff across the companies, what is going on? Raw is putrid, damn it. And we're going to have to kick off with Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, because Seth Rollins apparently tonight had an open challenge. But guess what, guys? If you tuned into Raw thinking you're going to get a title match, then you thought wrong. Of course, Kevin Patrick and Corey Graves are a commentary team, but guess what? That's just the way the cookie crumbles. But yeah, then Balor attacks Rollins. Kind of thinking about here, could Logan Paul be the guy to take on Rollins tonight? Well, it turns out he's not the guy to take on Rollins tonight. That's just the way it happens. A few coup de grace to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is hurt. Balor hits him again, and apparently, Balor then takes the mic and he's like, I've been waiting 7 years for this title, everybody. The line starts behind me. Seth, the line starts behind me. So, there you go. The line starts behind him. Seth Rollins hangs on looking good. Miz then comes out to the ring, says he's tired of Seth Rollins' problems. He says, what about mine? What about mine? He says, I was going to answer the open challenge, but then Seth Rollins went and got injured, man. He got beat up. And then he's like, I'm a god here in Cleveland. So he issues an open challenge of his own. And who returns? Tommaso Hot Sauce Ciampa, damn it. Apparently he debuted at this new fever, his old fever or something, and like people are just marking it completely here. And like, so this is the return of Ciampa, right? And then he proceeds to do like a 50-50 match with The Miz. Surely Ciampa should be beating this guy in like 15 seconds. Why did I'm not a fan of Ciampa, right? But he comes back. There's obviously a lot of buzz for well, I say a lot of buzz. It's like, they pretend that they push this guy as if he's brilliant. And they're like, oh, is the NXT Ciampa's undefeatable sort of levels of bloody great wrestling ability this guy's got. So why is a guy coming back and going like a 50-50 match with The Miz? Right, let's be real. See Austin, seeing he came back in 2000, did he go into a feud? Did he see his return match on Raw or SmackDown, whatever it was? Did he have a 50-50 10-minute match against the fucking Brooklyn Brawler? No, he didn't do it. Obviously, right, The Miz is a former champion, but that's what he feels like. And of course, Tommaso Ciampa ends up winning this, but it's just a match that dragged on and dragged on and dragged on. So yeah, he poses in the corner. Is Tommaso Ciampa going to be getting booked strong? Who knows? We go to the ring though after commercial break, and we've got the Judgment Day. We have got Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley. Damn it. Finn Balor's like, I cancelled the open challenge by Seth Rollins because the line starts behind me. Priest then says that he's going to bring the briefcase home. And then also tells Cody Rhodes to stop talking about Dominic. Dominic then challenges Cody to find two partners and step up to a 3-on-3 match tonight against a United Judgment Day. We then get a promo package about what happened with the Bloodline on last Friday's SmackDown. We kind of already know what happened. Jey Uso's like, I'm out too, Uso. Then a super kick to Roman Reigns, and then Solo Sikoa as well also get battered. And then we get stuff that is really cringy. It's the cringiest every week. It's Owens and Sami Zayn backstage with Byron Saxton. Basically what happens here is, it's just cringy. Zayn basically diagnoses Owens as a rageaholic. Some people's going to think this is brilliant stuff for these two, but I think it's just cringy as hell. Honestly. So Sami Zayn says he will not talk about it again as long as Owens goes the rest of the night without going ballistic, essentially blowing up, so to speak. So yeah, who knows how that's going to go. And as predicted in the preview, the previews talked about how long until Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green are fed the Katana Chance and Karen Carter. Well, they were fed here. I wish I was fed Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green, but everyone can wish, damn it. But yeah, the Katana Chance and Karen Carter won here. And of course they ran because they're two Karens, and that's their entire gimmick. We've got Kathy Kelly brings out Cody Rhodes to a big pop. Cody Rhodes cuts a promo here about who's he going to pick He says two partners shouldn't be hard to find tonight. Then his music hits, and then the adrenaline in my soul. Up next, another match that we predicted on the preview would happen tonight with Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander taking on Indus Sher. Indus Sher win. Like I just hate when you've got matches in wrestling that you just know, you just know the winner, man. I'm not saying every match it has to be like a 50-50 who's going to win this, because Tommaso Ciampa should be burying The Miz, but that's the problem. They get Indus Sher burying Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, and Ciampa goes like 10 minutes with The Miz. Come on, do the math. Indus Sher afterwards do a big beat down. Then we have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn water backstage. The guy for catering spills his water on Owens. Owens, it's like, oh, it's alright, it's alright. Says you've got an idiot problem, not an anger problem. Then Matt Riddle appears and he starts talking about like movies, and he's trying to like fit bro and like weed into all these movie titles, which obviously makes Kevin Owens lose his plot. He's like, but it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, Riddle. He wishes them good luck, and then they keep walking as we go back to commercial. Then we're back from the break. We've got Samantha Irvin, and she introduces Logan Paul, who's sitting on top of a ladder as the Money in the Bank briefcases hang next to him. He talks about Cleveland and all the great people from Cleveland. He talks about LeBron James, Jerry Lawler. Then he says about himself. He then insults the people of Cleveland, which he gets boos about. So essentially here, he is now entering the Money in the Bank, and you know what? Thank fuck he's entering Money in the Bank, because this Money in the Bank match needed something. Like, I don't think he should win it, but I think the fact this guy could win Money in the Bank, and then it actually makes for good in terms of like, well, he's never really there. He's like got like, you know, he's like part time, but even then he's like less than part time. So I mean, at least if he won Money in the Bank, it's kind of like he could appear at every pay per view and like tease a cash in sort of thing. So that could be intriguing, I guess. But basically, everybody comes out. We've got Ricochet, Nakamura, we've got LA Knight coming out. LA Knight, is LA Knight not on SmackDown again? We're just kind of fucking, the brand split's dead, guys. We knew it was dead, like I said, like we've said, but they just hype it up as these special shows, the brand splits, to get ratings. It's nothing to do with a brand split anymore. But yeah, Logan Paul poses beside the briefcases. Could he win? I could see it. We then have Matt Riddle taking on the big man, Ludwig Kaiser. And as I said in the preview, obviously, Matt Riddle was going to win this match. Imperium are fucking abysmal. They cannot win a match unless it's Gunther in a singles match. That's just the way it works. But apparently that's good storytelling, isn't it? But he wins with the bro Derek. After the match, Gunther hits the ring. He starts brawling with Riddle. Who gives a shit though? Matt Riddle's helped backstage. We gets beat up 3-on-1. Whoop-de-doo, or 2-on-1. I couldn't give a fuck, man. Because of course he broke Giovanni Finch's leg. Imperium then approaches Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn backstage. Then Owens says, "No, it's alright. We have to go and get a tag team partner." We have another match. We've got the Alpha Academy taking on the Viking Raiders. Again, what the fuck? I feel like we get this match every week, man. And when I say every, I mean, am I actually exaggerating with that? Or is this a genuine case that I think we're getting here? I genuinely think we get this match every week, man. And I'm not even taking the piss. I'm sick of the same repetitive matches every week on Raw. Like, I know what they're going for here. It's just the whole, we're training up Maxine Dupree. Who cares? Who gives a fuck if we're training up Maxine Dupree, man? Just garbage. Of course, the Viking Raiders win. Did I give a fuck? No, I really don't. We've got the Judgment Day backstage just talking a lot of shit. Rhea Ripley's like, I'm going to go and handle my business. Out comes Natalia. Is even copied giving the sunglasses to kids thing that Bret Hart done. To be honest, I never really noticed Natalia doing this before, but I mean, I'm not saying she's never done it before, but just nothing unique about her. It's just, I mean, the whole Hart family's boring bastards living off Bret's name. I didn't mind Owen, right? At least Owen was loved by the fans and like backstage by people, so I don't mind Owen and Bret. Even though Bret's a boring bastard and a bit bitter, he's still a main offender and a Hall of Famer and a legend of this business. The rest of him, Neidhart, he's a fucking boring. I don't mean, yes, speak ill of it, but he's boring, man. And so's his fucking daughter. And the you know, and Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Davey Boy Smith himself, British Bulldog, all these people. This is boring as fuck. Not to burst your bubble, man, but the whole Hart Foundation, Hart family, boring bastards. Within a Raquel Rodriguez, well, actually, Rhea Ripley just beats up Natalya. That's it. We have Raquel Rodriguez backstage interview. She's like, she's not ready for me, so when I cash in, hey, there's going to be issues, amigo. Raquel Rodriguez taking on Trish Stratus. Kind of went as we predicted. We knew Zoe Starks was going to get involved, and to be honest, Becky Lynch getting involved in attacking Trish and therefore getting Trish to win via DQ, was that completely out of the blue? No, I could absolutely have seen this going this way, and guess what, guys? That's exactly where it went. Of course, Raquel Rodriguez is furious about what's just happened here. Braun Breaker then does an interview and basically says he's going to break the Seth frickin' Rollins. Which, you know, Braun Breaker's good here. I like him. I like Braun Breaker. Definitely one of the best things about WWE these days. And yeah, just as we Steiner brothers, as we Steiner promos, man. That is what we're on about. He says we could get used to seeing Braun's face on Raw more. Because guess what, guys? He's going to be champion. We then have Nakamura taking on Bronson Reed. This whole, like, triple threat feud between Nakamura, Bronson Reed and Ricochet really needs to get in the bin here. It really does. But at the end of the day, that is what happens after this match. Well, during this match, Bronson Reed wins. Then we're backstage, Akira Tozawa trying to plead to Cody Rhodes that here, I should be your tag team partner. Then Kevin Owens is raging, thinking that Tozawa and Cody are taking on the Judgment Day tonight. But then Cody's like, it's alright, I couldn't get anybody better to take on the Judgment Day tonight. So there we get it, guys. We've got tonight's main event. We've got Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, and Sami Zayn taking on the Judgment Day. And what is there to say, guys? I mean, it's an alright match. The crowd were actually into it, to be honest. So, I mean, that's always a plus during all these things. But at the end of the day, it's just, I just feel like now, like, these matches, like, they don't mean anything. I feel like back in the day, like, Ruthless Aggression, Attitude Era, like, you had these multi-man matches, and, like, there was always, like, some sort of stipulation. McMahon would be like, if you three don't win, you're never getting a title shot again. Or, you three are getting pulled. Or something like that, you're fired. Something like that. Or, like, just the stakes between, the actual people are like, realistically, what is the feud between Owens and Zayn against it? It's nothing. It's between Rhodes and Dominic. And it's a nothing feud, because Rhodes feuding with Brock. That's the big feud. But, again, that's what we've got. I mean, it's an alright match. But, of course, Owens, Zayn, and Cody Rhodes win. But again, how many times do they want the Judgment Day to look weak? Because I just feel like the Judgment Day are looking weak far too often. Like, what happened to, like, heels winning and then you getting comeuppance at pay-per-views, or, like, building? Because, like, let's be real, Cody Rhodes is not losing to Dominic Mysterio. So, like, is it too much to think here that, like, Sami Zayn couldn't eat a pin off, like, Dominic Priest or something? Damian Priest. But anyway, guys, I'm going to give this episode of Raw a 2 out of 10. Some alright segments, but the match is shit. It's not that good. Wrestling's pish, what can I say?